Mahela will spin. Heads is the call.
It's a tail.
It's a tail, and Sri Lanka have won the toss. Mahela, what will it be?
We're going to have a bat. I think, it looks a very dry wicket. There's no harm with the weather for the wicket. I mean, just the outfield, so feel that, if you put runs on the board, it will be vital.
Yeah, and it looks rather dry for the amount of rain we've had, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think they've been preparing this for quite some time, so the wicket has been under covers for quite some time, so they've managed to, secure the wicket. So it's a bit unusual for SSC because it's usually, there's bit in it, but this doesn't look like that.
And no injury worries for you other than, of course, your fast bowlers?
No, I mean, the guys who've been injured, it's been injured for quite some time, so they can't make come back. But the guys who are here for the squad are quite fit and ready to go.
And Ajantha Mendes, you've handled him well, haven't you? You've kept him in the closet.
No, I mean, not kept him in the closet. I mean, whenever we had an opportunity, we played him. So he's going to make his debut. It's going to be a big occasion for the young guy. But since we're batting, he probably have to wait a little longer. But I think it's a great occasion for him, especially to play with Murali and Vasi alongside him.
Big series for you. Do you feel more pressure playing in Sri Lanka?
Not really. I think playing in Sri Lanka, it's always a good thing, in front of our crowds, and it gives us that the pressure that we have, it gives us a lot of momentum going forward. I think, it's not a burden. It's more or less, it's a positive thing for us.
Thanks, Mahela. Have a good game.
Thanks.
Anil, disappointed?
No, not really. I mean, toss is not in my hands. It's a 50-50, but yeah, ideally would have batted first, but I think humid conditions, ball will swing a bit, so I'd like to get a few early balls.
And a big series, Anil. Sri Lanka anywhere is a tough nut to crack, but in Sri Lanka they play really well, don't they?
Yes, I think we have the potential to go out there and win the series, and we'll have to start well today. So we have the capabilities. I mean, our batting lineup is probably the best in the world, and even the bowling looks pretty balanced.
And from injuries, you don't have any such worries because you've got your A team on the park, haven't you?
Yes, it's been good. We've had a pretty long break, at least the test players. So it's been good that everyone's looking forward to this test match.
Not to give over importance for Ajantha Mendes, but he's certainly an X factor. You've done your homework, have you?
Yeah, I think. I mean, if you have 4 batters who have played more than 100 test matches, and if they can't handle it, then I'm sure he's playing his first test, so I think the nervousness will be on him, and I'm sure the batters will be able to handle it.
All the best, Anil. Go well.
Thank you.
So the news from the centre is that Sri Lanka won the toss and they will bat first.
That's the news from Arun Lal in the middle. Ranjit Fernando is still alongside me, talking me through the Sri Lanka lineup.
Wendot and Varnapura by sheer performance have fought their way into the team. Mahalaja was a Sangakkara. Thilan Samaravir, a test match player. Dilshan, probably a toss-up between Chamara Silva and Dilshan. The captain probably favouring Dilshan. Prasanna Jadhav keeping wickets. Chaminda Was. Nuwan Kulasekara, I think, gets the nod again over Tilna Tushara. And that's really the Sri Lankan 11.
Yeah,
Ajantha Mendes, of course, making his debut, isn't it? Bish and Muttiah Muralitharan, of course.
So a pretty strong batting lineup for the Sri Lankans. It's the bowling that will certainly be under scrutiny when Ajantha Mendes gets his chance to twirl his fingers. But for the Indians, Gautam Gambhir back into the test match lineup alongside Sehwag, Rahul Dravid in the middle, looking to consolidate his form. A strong middle order as well with Tendulkar, Ganguly, Laxman. And Dinesh Karthik wins the place with the gloves. Anil Kumble and Harbhajan Singh, the 2 spinners in the Indian lineup, and is supplemented by 2 seamers, Zahir Khan and Ishant Sharma.
Oh, that's beautifully struck. Trying to pitch it up, trying to get a little bit of a way movement, but that's been dealt with in style by Varnapura.
Nice way to get off the mark. Nice half volley again, and put away. Varnapura is good on the front foot. Likes to get onto the front foot, plays drives, and particularly through that offside, plays very well.
Let the ball pass, Varnapura. Well, that's gone off the shot. Appeal is more psychological than anything else. It's 5 without loss. Beautifully bowled. There wasn't enough already. He's edged that one and he's gone. He's held it. Karthik has taken a terrific catch, but what a delivery. Success for India. What they needed, they've got first blood.
Yes, Wendot just pushed his bat at it. Delivery that was rising, going away from him. And Michael van Dort just followed it, pushed at it. And good take from Karthik. Gathering pace. Lifting up, and isn't he delighted? First wicket then for India. Sri Lanka loses Michael van Dort. He's gone for 3 and the total is 7 for 1 wicket.
Play and a miss outside the off stump. Beautifully bowled. But that's hit him. And it's popped up in the air, but there was no real excitement about it. So obviously it was away from the gloves.
It's good testing, short deliveries. Getting him on the arm guard as he tried to get away from it. That's a vital protection these days.
Now Varnapura gives you the feeling that he's almost always wanting to get onto the front foot, so these short deliveries are going to be a little difficult for him to negotiate, especially up early. Just have to wait and see how he adjusts once he settles down. But he's at the moment getting a little bit of quick first aid and a quick wrap up. That's been put away in style. Slightly short, and he went for it. Controlled it well enough, even on this slow outfield, to get 4.
That's where he's at home. That is where he's strong, Varnapura. Off that front foot. Lovely meaty drive brings a round of applause from the spectators. There'll be more runs. Could be 4 of them. And for the individual stat, it's runs. It's 4 more to Varnapura, 27 for 1.
But of course, it's a big appeal. Will there be a review asked for this? Click by.
They can ask for a review of the decision if they're convinced that in their mind the umpire's judgment wasn't spot on. But let's determine first of all the decision.
I get the feeling that may have missed leg stump. It started off from outside off stump, and the angle may have taken it down, but hit the edge of the leg stump. That would be interesting to see if a review was asked for. Yes, and also there would be some sort of communication between the umpire in the middle and the third umpire, who would convey all that information to the umpire in the middle. There you are. That's really where the impact took place. They wouldn't really look at the path after that. It's just the distance that where the impact took place, and those would be the considerations that would be passed down, and the umpire in the middle would either change his decision or stick to his original one. And there you are. That's Rudy Kirsten, who would be passing whatever information that would be asked. Shortish position on the onside.
Not in control. The fortuitous boundary for Varnapura.
Nicely played. What a way to start our stint. Daniel. Excellent delivery. That's where you want to bowl. That's nicely played. When you have all these fielders up in a circle for the test matches, and you bowl a ball like this, and a man of this caliber, Sangakkara, will definitely punish you. Beautifully played, nicely taken. What a catch. Gone straight into the first slip. Rahul Dravid made no mistake, and Zahir Khan strike for the first time.
Yeah, what a big blow it is. Caught the wicket of Kumar Sangakkara. Very good delivery from Zahir Khan. He beat Sangakkara earlier in the over. This one really went off the pitch. That moved a lot, got the edge, and a low catch. Well taken, eyes on the ball. held on to it nicely, and Zahir Khan is delighted. His first wicket in the innings, the second wicket for India. Kumar Sangakkara is out. Mohan, I think.
That's beautifully played. That's where he loves it. Mahela Jayawardene, anything outside the off stump, pitch him up, and he'll keep hitting you through that cover region. Short and pulled. Should go for 4.
Waiting in anticipation as well. That's his 50. Well played, Varnapura. His third 50. He has an average in the mid-40s, so he's lived up to that. This is a big opportunity. 50 not out. First test of this very important series.
Yeah, trying conditions in some ways as well. Overcast conditions prevailing today, though. The pitch is a touch slow. Had to weather some short deliveries early on. Really should have stopped it. 3 runs taken by Jayawardene. If you just come back from a break, we're going to have a break here because, as I mentioned, it's gone a bit dark here at the SSC, and the umpires have offered the light to the batsmen, and Mahela Jayawardene and Varnapura have accepted the offer from the umpires. 22 overs in the session, rate of scoring just a touch under 4, 2 wickets to India, at a reasonable rate of scoring. So, welcome back to the SSC in Colombo, Sri Lanka. Well, we've come to the end of the first day's play of this first test. The news is that the umpires have called off today's play, a curtailed day. Mark Benson here just indicating with Billy Doctorow that's enough. It's not going to be bright enough to come back onto the field and resume play. And where Sri Lanka finished is 85 for 2 after they won the toss and elected to bat first. Only 22 overs possible today, and I think commendations to the ground staff, because had it been many other places in the world, there would not have been a ball bowled after overnight and early morning rain. 1 wicket to Zahir Khan, bowled with some pretty attacking fields, went for a few more runs, almost 4.5, 5 and over. Ishant Sharma was impressive, 1 for 21. On a sluggish pitch, I suppose, given the overhead conditions, and Ganguly 5 overs for 14. 1 over for Harbhajan Singh. So given that it was a curtailed day's play, a shortened day's play, we'll start a little bit earlier tomorrow. Day 2 will be on air at 9:35 a.m. local time. So 98 overs, a minimum to be bowled tomorrow, weather permitting, that is, and we hope that will be another enjoyable day of cricket here at the SSC. We hope that you'll join us then. For now, goodbye.
Well, play about to start in just under 10 minutes, and this is the position from which Sri Lanka will take off on day 2. They won the toss, elected to bat first. 85 for 2 is the score. Mahela Jayawardene, the skipper, not out 16. He's got Varnapura for company, who's batting on 50.
It's important time. That is beautiful. He's really such a classy player. He doesn't try and overhit any of his shots. This was a mere push. Oh, that's a good shot. That's an easy put away for Jayawardene. That's going to get him 4.
He played much of a cricket, but if you keep bowling him like this, he will just keep hitting you like that.
And again, that brings up the 50. 2 in a row. Short balls, that brings up the 50 of the partnership. It's a no ball. He's taken it. It's a cotton ball, but it's a no ball. Now this is one that cannot be reviewed, and that the logic behind that is that when the umpire has signaled a no ball, whether it is or it isn't, the batsman may have changed his shot in the process of hearing that no ball, so you cannot review this. Now again it lands behind the line and it skids forward.
Well, the rule clearly says that you can't challenge the umpire here.
Runs are coming rather quickly this morning. Nice shot.
Arapura goes for the hook shot. He makes good contact there.
Chance of a run out here. Oh, it was very, very close. Very, very close. He hit the batsman on the way. Didn't really go through. And Sachin thinks that he was going to hit the stumps.
Yes, there was some indecision there. There was sort of yes, no, and then a stutter. And Sachin Tendulkar sort of got the throw in quickly enough, but very fortunately, I think Varnapura got in between.
Down the track and hit it sweetly. And he bowled a short delivery. Wasn't really in control, Varnapura, but got 4 runs off it.
In pockets, and that's put away. Good looking shot. Did it go the distance? Yes, it did.
Is there an appeal? Did the ball straighten from that angle? It did straighten, but not quite enough for the umpire to give it. And they're calling for a review. They've asked for the first review. Now, here it is. Did the ball straighten enough to go on and hit the stumps? Now, it's been declared not out. First thing that they will review is, was it a no ball? It wasn't. That's okay. Secondly, did it pitch outside leg? Did he hit it? That's the other one. Here it lands, it straightens. Did he hit it? No, I don't think. And that's all that he can probably, the factual information. Now, where did it strike him? It straightened, and I think it's going down leg, but I don't know what the third umpire is going to tell him.
Is one of the indicators is that we can see the off stump when the ball wraps the pad, which fairly says that it did hit a round leg stump when it did hit. There is something else that we can see, which I don't believe the third umpire can take into account. He can take it up to that point, the point of impact. Height also seems all right, Arun, but he's got to decide. He's got to decide now. History is being created.
It's also got 6 feet to travel, more than 6 feet to travel actually, 2 meters. So those are all the factual information that's being transmitted. I doubt whether that can be given out, and I'd be very, very surprised if that is, because to me, from the naked eye, it was certainly very, very difficult to give. This is the first review. It's taking a little long. Now it's up to umpire Benson to reverse his decision or stick with it. He's got all the relevant info.
He still doesn't seem to... Yes, there it comes. That's the decision. It's not out, and so India have lost out on a review.
Yes, it was a bit of a long shot in any case. Harbhajan Singh's ball did not turn. So that was the review. And the first review has been turned down. So unsuccessful, India now has only 2. That is a good shot. It's over-pitched, it's been driven, which is his forte, and he's done it handsomely. This track. Oh, that's been put down. Little stiff there, Dinesh Karthik. This is a big let-off. That is a straightforward opportunity. The outside edge, into the hands and out.
That went through a little quicker. He got up early, the hands were not in the right position, the fingers were closed early, and so a let-off. Big disappointment for the Indians.
That's in the air, but in the gap as well. Perfectly executed. Great shot.
There it is. It's 100, his second test match 100, and a first on home soil for Malinda Warnapura. It's been a classy innings. Problems early on yesterday, but has weathered that storm and has grown in confidence.
Getting hundreds could be contagious, and he's followed up that one in the Caribbean with another. Again, it's been a very, very good disciplined innings. He's played within his limitations, and 13 boundaries, never was intimidated.
Session that has produced 37 overs and no wickets for the Indians, and so their lunch maybe won't taste as good as they would have hoped. But what a wonderful session for Sri Lanka. Warnapura, his second test match 100, first on home soil, and the captain still there, Mahela Jayawardene, on a 66 not out. A partnership so far, 148 runs in a sunshine here at the SSC this morning. Well, no one knows what will happen after lunch, because it's starting to become a little cloudier.
And to make the reverse swings work or to come to an effect, I think you do need a lot of pace to beat the bat, especially on these sort of surface. It does work. We have made it work here in Sri Lanka. It does swing here. In the air, oh, dropped it. I think it did carry. Out, that's gone. That's beautifully bowled. Harbhajan Singh given a little bit of a flight, bit of a turn there for him, and nicely taken in the slip.
Well, a catch is taken. Rahul Dravid takes a sitter. Now has this turned? Yep, it's turned and it's bounced. You could see how high up on the shoulder of the bat it's taken. We're into the second session of day 2, and there's been a little bit of spin and bounce already. Wonderful innings from Malinda Warnapura. The second test match century, but it's ended now, 212 for 3. Now, that was interesting. It's a bold shot from Samawera, because it's only his 6th delivery.
That's close. That is close. Ooh, that turned sharply. Not sure that if that would have been hitting the stumps, but definite a huge turn there. Not sure Anil Kumble that if he want to take another review, he's already wasted one.
Well, used one. He's already used one. But if they're not going to call for a review here, it means that Dinesh Karthik isn't absolutely sure himself that it's come back enough, and that's why it hasn't come back enough. It would not have gone on to hit the stumps. Didn't turn enough with him. This was a possibility of getting a review, but Dinesh Karthik saying to Kumble no, he doesn't think it would have come back enough to hit the stumps, so therefore restrained himself from using another opportunity.
Enough to really bother anybody. Now that is a splendid hit. Samaraweera hasn't moved, there is no need. But he does hesitate to go around the wicket. Now that's very well played. Waited for the ball to turn, just a wee bit short, and he's used that to guide it to third man for a boundary, which will end the over at 240 for 3. That's going to be 4.
How other guys are feeling. Nice touch. Zaid Khan is definitely not the quickest. He lumbered after that, and it's gone away for 4.
Spun across from probably the rough on the leg stump, and even beat wicketkeeper Karthik, who really wasn't in position. Flighted down the ground, beats mid-on, and that's running down for 4. Very, very good on the front foot. Samaraweera waits for those and doesn't fail to make use of it. Do their wicket a lot. He hoists this one over mid-wicket, or so doesn't get enough bat, in fact, to hit it over, but gets sufficiently to get it to the square leg boundary for 4. Oh, that was a great delivery. you could be very disappointed when you don't get a batsman out to something like that. And that was reflected in the looks, the actions of Anil Kumble. Spun across. Didn't get a great stride forward, but deserved a wicket.
Ago.
This is good cricket on the part of Jawad. Now this was that one of Kumble's where Karthik didn't really gather it at all. Oh, that's a big edge. That would give you an indication that there was a touch. End of the over, 79 ball, 284 for 3.
Comes so easy for him. That's it. That's it. That's 100. Well-deserved 100. Mahela Jayawardene. That's his 9th 100 here on this ground, on his home ground, and equals Bradman's record. What a knock. Captain's knock. Superb player. Well-deserved 100.
900s on this ground on one venue. Bradman at the MCG, which is in Melbourne, so he equals Bradman's record.
Will get a bit of more bite with that new ball, otherwise this is what's going to happen. Easy pickings now for both these batsmen.
In the business for over 30 years. Nice shot from Jayawardene. Tendulkar's after it, and even with the streamlined haircut which he got at the saloon, can't catch it. Now is that gone down? It looks like another chance gone down. It wasn't the most difficult. Gautam Gambhir at short leg.
Sole appearances, it was a chance. So it went quickly, but straight at him. Yes, it did. Virtually straight off the bat.
Nice shot. Good use of the feet. He was delivered. 4 runs. It's been an over that is lacking in any sort of pace from Zahir Khan, really.
That's beautifully bowled. Appeal there. I think it's just doing a little bit too much. It's going to miss the leg stump. Over ball, 345 for 3. Look at this. Just swung in. It would have missed leg stump, I would say. Just clipped the leg stump. And Anil Kumble had the...
That's the outside edge, and he's got his man. Magnificently bowled. He's finally got him. He's getting a lift. Karthik, having dropped him twice, can see the lighter side of it.
It's been long awaited, but a great delivery, as you would see. The ball just drifting in the air and then hits the seam and goes the other way. And Karthik, this time, he doesn't fail with the catch. And you could say Shan Sharma, he has every reason to be happy. It was a great delivery, and at the end, there was a wicket. So great innings from Jayawardene comes to an end, 136.
And that is a good shot. Leg nowhere near it, but he needn't have it if you can play it that way, all along the ground, past the ball on the offside. Didn't? Has he got his edge? He's hit the ground and he's been given out. Now there's got to be a review. There's the first review.
Yes, the first one from a batsman. So it's Tilakaratne Dilshan. He's using the review. So that's the first part. The no ball has been looked at. The delivery is good.
Yes, the delivery is good. Now, does he edge it? There is a sound. The bat is also hitting the ground now. Now it's going to be a difficult one for the third umpire to actually know whether he edged it or not. There, the sound is definitely when it goes past the bat. The bat hits the ground. Oh, yes, the bat has also hit the ground. But has it hit the ball or not?
Yes, that's a decision which is a hard one for the umpires. Did it happen simultaneously, the hitting of the bat to the ground and the ball hitting the bat as well, or was it only bat hitting ground?
Actually, as far as I'm concerned, on that rock and roll of the frame, you see a little bit of light between bat and ball. There is a little bit of space between bat and ball, so he might just get the nod.
If it's inconclusive, I would reckon the first decision stands. So I would reckon, as it seems, and there you are, he says not out. The decision is that the umpire says Dilshan stays, and Dilshan's review has been upheld. It's an unsuccessful one, or a successful one, and he continues to have his 3 reviews now.
Well, the ball hit the ground, and now the fielders. What are this? I wonder what they were clarifying. But it's apparent that the umpire has changed his decision. And justice is done, Ranjit. So 3 cheers for this review system. Oh, that has been put away. Put away with disdain. He's just swatted that to the fence.
Oh, lovely. Lovely shot by Samuera. Just skill and dexterity. Now, does this have pace enough to get over the outfield? In 2 strokes, he's gone to 88.
Real played again. Nicely driven this time. Full face of the bat. There's an appeal for a catch. Did he touch it? Umpire Benson doesn't think so. Are they going to take the review? Captain Milo definitely asked the wicketkeeper before. It's taking a long time.
Might be too long now. And they decide against it anyway. What's it hit?
Hard to say, very close. The glove may have missed the glove, just brushed the pad.
Yes, 100. 100 for Tilan Samuera. His 7th and a 2nd in a row in Test match cricket, following 3 months ago in Port of Spain, Trinidad.
What a way to bring up the 100. That was his 15th boundary.
More runs, 4 of them, bringing up the 400 for Sri Lanka. First boundary for Dilshan.
These 2 today. Oh, that's beautifully played. Not the easiest. Anil is very quick off the wicket as well, but this is another example of how slow the wicket is. Now that can't be out. That's pitched outside leg. There's no way that that ball that could be out, because it's got to land within the stumps and then straighten.
I don't think Anil Kumble is interested. Doesn't really have much of a confidence in Danesh Karthik, because in the first review is taken was gone against him. So this one had clearly pitched outside the line of the leg stump. Well, he's asking for it. He's taken the review, the 2nd review.
Well, sometimes I think that the bowler doesn't know the leg before rule. Now, firstly, he's got to check whether it's not a no ball. It's not. Now, the 2nd replay is whether he hit it or not. Where does it land? It pitches way outside leg stump. I mean, I think it's the fact that they have the reviews and there's no point keeping them, that's why they've made this review. Now from round the wicket, it's at least 6 inches outside the leg stump. How can that be out?
Well, I'm not really sure even if it's hitting the stumps, because it pitched outside the line, and this is what the third umpire is going to get. Well, the story ends where the ball pitches. I don't think there is any doubt in that, because it's pitched way outside the leg stump, and it does not really matter after that, even if it's hitting the stumps or not. There you go, clearly not out. I think it was just a matter of taking the review, because deep down inside they knew that it's not out. They were just taking a chance that they don't want to keep the reviews at 420 now. Might as well take it.
Exactly, there's no point keeping the reviews, because after this is just the tail enders, and they're already at 420. So a bit of a long shot, but really, when I think about it, it was pretty apparent to everybody that it did pitch outside leg stump, and the bowler should have known better. Wonderful innings, chanceless one, and it remains that way. Not out 111 is Samaraweera. Sri Lanka end at 422 for 4 in 120 overs. They're almost in an impregnable position at the end of day 2. Today they scored 337 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. What a magnificent batting card. The 2 missing out, Van Dort, Sangakkara, that was on day 1. Then Varnapura 115.
Sri Lanka won the toss in this first test match, elected to bat first, and this is what they've got at the start of day 3. 422 for 4. 3 men have got centuries. One of them is unbeaten on 111.
Oh, that's a good shot. He played it late, deliberately to find the gap.
Benefits.
Oh, that's lucky. That's gone over. He wanted to abort at the last instant, got the top edge and got 4 for it. It's 4-4-4 for 4.
That's poor. That's not the best of the fielding we have seen, but nicely struck by a batsman. But here we got to see that how he does. It's in the air for a little while and it's gone. That's gone. That went straight to Lakshman, and he was guided to the third man, looking for a boundary there, but straight into Lakshman's hand.
Well, it's a sharp catch, because it went, well, relatively quickly, but Samaraweera is just chastising himself because he didn't really hit it as firmly as he could have. He had opportunity to really go hard at it. It's just a guide, a little firmer than a guide, and just gave Lakshman enough time to pick up the trajectory. There he goes. Well played though from Samaraweera. He's gone for 127, 454 for 5. Yeah, it's a good shot from Dilshan.
Basically nothing delivery for me. Look at that. That is beautifully played. Picked up the length very quickly and swept it, literally swept him.
That's gone through. It's gone through quickly. Dilshan had a real go at it and it flew off. And that's 50 for Dilshan. So the umpire Benson had to change his initial decision. Dilshan survived, and now he's gone on to another half century. He's 13th in a test match cricket.
Very well played innings, and normally he gets those runs very quickly, but this was a very steady innings. He faced 84 deliveries. Well deserved 50.
Push hard.
And that's taken away from the offside. Plenty of open spaces there in that mid-wicket region.
Almost carried. Definite inside edge onto the pad. There you go. And almost carried. He's pretty deep in that region. That's nicely played. No man on the deep, and made full use of it. Another short delivery, and played it beautifully through that cover point area.
And decided on defense.
It's gotten hold of that again. How far has it traveled? It's traveled clearly over the rope. Kumble's changed his mode of operation, and he's played well. He's played very well. Ganguly's after it, but Ganguly will only retrieve along with Tendulkar. Catches the cry. Ishant Sharma's underneath it and takes the catch. Good catch. It's Prasanna Jayawardene who goes, and success for Harbhajan Singh.
Jayawardene in the quest for pushing the score along, looking for quick runs. This time doesn't really make proper contact, and a good catch in the end. It's got long strides and picked it up. You could see Harbhajan Singh this time. He's very, very happy indeed. So Jayawardene's innings coming to an end. He makes 30, Sri Lanka 545 for 6.
The wicket to Dilshan. He goes for it. He goes for a big one. He's gotten it well, and it's gone for 4. And it's Test match 100, number 5 for Tilakaratne Dilshan. And boy, hasn't he enjoyed that. He's answered questions and justified his selection.
Wasted no time whatsoever. He realized that it was the last over. Want to get his 100 in the first ball itself. Picked that one very nicely. And characteristic Dilshan type of shot. And punches there. You could see that he must be very pleased with himself. So that gives the captain options if he wants to make the declaration. Dilshan's already got 100. It's been a good innings. 4th 100 of the innings.
130 runs in the session, 2 wickets for the Indian bowlers. But again, it's come at a fair clip, and really just reinforcing Sri Lanka's dominance with the bat. Will that be enough? Will they declare at lunch, Sri Lanka? Well, 4 centuries in the innings.
It's never easy to come after 3 centuries and also settle down to play a big one. The Indian bowlers have toiled, but it's been a better day for them today. Harbhajan and Kumble really taking the bulk.
Deliveries. That's not the best of the fielding I've seen. That's poor fielding by Virendra Sehwag. That might carry to the boundary in a drill. Much of a pace. That's nicely played. That was a loose delivery, short delivery. That's nice. That is beautiful. That is soothing to the eyes. Beautiful shot. It wasn't there to be hit, but got on top of that. Excellent shot. OBW appeal. I think he got a bit of an inside edge, and would have been missing. Oh, there you go. Anil Kumble decided to take his last review remaining. We have to check one by one first. We got to check if it's a no ball or not.
Well, it's certainly not. He adjusted on that. He's well in. We got the impression that he may have got an inside edge. I think that's what the umpire also felt. We'll take a look. It's coming in, and oh, there were 2 sounds, but he may have hit that. But again, to me, I don't know how that is. We'll get a better look from here.
It's very, very difficult to say from here, because the inside edge, it's very, very difficult to tell that if he got a little inside edge on it or not. But definitely hit him in line, pitched just outside, but at the time of when it got the impact on the pad, that is inside the line of the stumps. And he's got to travel just over 2 meters after hitting the pad. So it's up to the umpire standing in the middle to decide what he thinks of it.
Now again, as far as I'm concerned, if he did get an inside edge, it's inconclusive from what I am seeing here. I can't tell whether he's got an inside edge. Thank God I'm not the third umpire.
Might have just wobbled when it came near the bat. Look, that is just deviated a little bit toward the pads. So can't really tell. You're right, Arun. You can't really tell at all that if he hit the bat or not. The only sound, maybe the second sound, can only decide. Not out. is the call. I'm not really sure why he decided not out. Was it an inside edge onto the pad, or wasn't it hitting the stumps, or not really sure at the moment.
Shot and punished as it deserved. Think that was out?
From here it looked out to me. There you go. Hitting the stumps.
Well done.
Should be full. He was hit well. He's been at the crease for quite some time now, Dilshan, so he doesn't have to be that short to be pulled away. 594 for 6.
Swept away to the left of the field at square leg. He's missed it. So that's the second misfield in this over. The score moves to 600 for 6 and 162 overs completed. And Ishwal, there's the answer to your question. A little earlier than what I expected, but that's the declaration.
Yeah, an extra, 35 minutes after lunch. A total of 600 as opposed to 452. 552 at lunch. 125 to Dilshan. When I say tired, it means they didn't have the entire lunch break to rest. And
those overs that he bowled.
Lovely shot. Lovely shot once he's sure that the feet are moving. Nice shot from Gautam Gambhir. Always a pleasure to see.
Very good on that back foot drive.
Sehwag sees and he still gets it through all along the ground.
Whipped away. Little run down. This man in pursuit. It's a bit heavy there, but still has enough legs to get to the boundary.
In the Sehwag.
Carved away on the side, on the offside this time. In the air, there's a man under it, and he is safely caught. Sehwag drawn into the short one and fallen to the trap.
Well, what can you say? Sitting here, we were also feeling that he's got to be careful playing that shot. This was a no-win situation. It was so high, could never have controlled it. That was an easy take for the fielder in the deep. Varnapura takes it with ease, and Kulasekara has made early inroads and a really important one. Sehwag is gone. It's 36 for 1. Obvious best.
More runs, a long chase, won't get to it. Short again, this time pulls it and pulls it square. That will run down to the boundary for 4.
Then all his coaches have said, you just do what you do, as unusual as it is.
That's nicely played. That's Rahul Dravid at its best. Just leaned into it.
Considered very competent at playing slow bowling. That's another full toss, the second that he's bowled to Gambhir, and the second time that Gambhir has put it away for 4.
I think this ball is because of the newness, the shine on the ball. I don't think Rahul Dravid read that one for sure. No idea. He was looking to play inside the line. This is the flick from the middle finger. Just turned a little bit. Look at that. No clue.
That's the end of the middle session of the day's play. Sri Lanka declaring 600 for 1.
4. That's the last verdict, last and final.
You were a bit undecided there, Arun. That was Ajanta Mendis who gave chase, got the slide in, but couldn't get his hands into the right position.
It's a heavy outfield. The slides also have to be reassessed. He's gone. The experience of Muralidharan has come into play, the one that dips on you, the flighted delivery. Gambhir went for the drive, in fact just a push, and managed to play it into the hands of short cover. So wicket number 2 falls. Gautam Gambhir is Muralidharan's first victim.
Just a little push, used too much of the bottom hand and hit it up in there. The 150th wicket for Muralidharan on the SSC grounds. 736th wicket in all. And Gambhir goes disappointed. Caught Samaraweera, ball Muralidharan for 39. India now 79 for 2.
He's bowled him. Ajanta Mendes, wicket number 1 in Test cricket. And what a wicket it is. Rahul Dravid bowled Ajanta Mendes for 14. India in deep trouble, 79 for 3.
What a big wicket. And what a way to get it. What a brilliant delivery. Just got that off the middle finger. And Rahul Dravid had no idea. His bat was nowhere near playing it. He didn't know whether to play it towards leg side or to push it towards the offside. And it went past the outside of the bat, knocked back the off stump. So Rahul Dravid goes for 14 and India now 79 for 3.
Which has created huge problems. That's played late. It's controlled and his Ganguly's got a boundary and he's off the mark with it. No, that must have pitched outside leg from over the wicket. Where does it pitch and what does it do? In fact, that could have been close. I got the feeling that it pitched outside leg, but it didn't. And it's going to go on and straighten. It's the reverse. It's the dusra. And where did it bounce?
Well done.
Now, for it to be in line, more than half or 50% of the ball has to be on that red mat. And on that occasion it was, and they didn't review it. Well, that's a great shot. He used his feet, got to the pitch of it, and didn't overhit it, but he's got a wonderfully straight-driven boundary. He's gone for that one. Tendulkar. He's got 4 for it.
That was short. It's punched away, and enough time to get behind it, and that'll have enough bat on it. There's a big shout. And there goes a review. The captain Mahala Jayawardene believes that it's more than 50-50 here.
I think the call is whether it's hit pad first or bat first. It's a legal delivery in terms of a front foot no ball. Now, does it pitch on and has it hit bat first or pad first? A couple of the things to look for. Certainly looks as though it pitches on. Hits pad first. Pad and then bat. Now, with the turn, does it miss leg or is it going to go on? Yeah, pitched in line. Yeah, would have probably missed leg. Probably may have grazed the outer half of leg stump. What does Virtual Eye say? Virtual says it may go on to hit leg stump. It's pitched inside. More than 50% of the ball is pitched on the line. Now, what is Billy Doctorow asking for?
He doesn't see the pictures, and he says not out.
Joel says it would have hit the outer half of leg stump.
It's nicely played. Beats the man at extra cover, and that'll run down to the boundary. The timing was good. Tucked it away. There'll be runs here. Will it run down to the boundary? Yes, it would, as it's a long
For that man. Beauty! That's it! That was a dusra. Couldn't really decide what to do with it. At the end, got inside edge and dragged it onto the stumps.
Well, Waka, whatever the thinking, he's done it. He's got that wicket that Sri Lanka really wanted. Sachin Tendulkar, such a big wicket. He just dragged it onto the stumps. Wanted to take his bat away at the last moment, but just dragging it on, and Muralidharan is absolutely delighted. And so he and the Sri Lankans must be. Tendulkar goes for 27.
Ooh, that's what he did it at the Asia Cup. The ball just coming back into the left-handers.
Yes, Ganguly didn't know too much about that. Very close. May I
Did he
hit
hit
the pad
first? Yeah. It'd be interesting to see the replay once again. This is the one we were talking about, the LBW shout. Did it hit the pad first? Yes, it did. It hit the pad first. Ooh.
Yes, it hit the pad, then the bat, then it hit the pad for the second time. Just brushes the pad. Well, the Sri Lankans, perhaps you could say, have missed a trick here.
That's nicely played. It was against the spin.
Was beautifully struck. Half volley outside off stump. Lakshman leans into it and has no difficulty in reaching the boundary.
That's in the air. A fielder getting under it. He's taken it. Saurav Ganguly goes. Top edging a sweep. This is disaster from India's perspective. Murali has struck again. That is wicket number 3 for this great champion.
Oh, terrible lapse of concentration from Saurav Ganguly. So went for the sweep, couldn't keep it down. And it was a very, very good catch indeed. That was dropping on the fielder there, Van Kulasekara, and managed to just cling on to it. There's no doubt that it was a very good catch, and he's delighted. That's a big wicket. Ganguly goes for 23, India 138 for 5.
And there's a deep square leg. Oh, he's got the reverse sweep going now. And that also from wide outside leg stump. He's going to probably get 4 for it. But under the circumstances, this is a surprise. There it is. He's gone for it. It's in the air. Murali's taking it, and he's taken it. With the kind of attitude that he was displaying, it wasn't going to be long. Dinesh Karthik has thrown it away. Muralidharan has 4. And India are crumbling.
If not for that reverse sweep, he would be taken to task for this one as well. This was the Dusra, just looking to hit it towards mid-wicket. Didn't read it at all. And Muralidharan doesn't miss many, at least of his own bowling. So that's another wicket gone. Dinesh Karthik, he goes for 9, India 147 for 6, for no reward. It's down the ground, short, but the Sri Lankans very quickly to it, or went past him. It's gone down to the boundary for 4. After hands.
That's been hit away, and rather competently. It's got 4.
Mendes. Oh, could have been gone. He's looking to play on the onside once again. 45 overs been bowled, 159 for 6.
But discussion between the umpires, and it was about the light. And having taken 6 wickets of a much vaunted Indian attack, who, to be fair, when they look at 4 of the 6 wickets to fall, 4 out of those 6 went playing pretty much attacking shots. Dravid and Tendulkar can say, well, they were defeated. It was guesswork. But Dinesh Karthik had to be. The match stands 159 for 6 India at the moment, but Laxman is still there. We'll go straight to the commentary box now, where Waqar Younis is with Arun Lal.
There and play the maximum over. That's beautifully played. He's so good in that area. He's so good in most of the areas. That's Lakshman, but that's nicely played. There is a chance. Beauty, beauty. What a delivery. Totally misread by Vivius Lakshman, and Mahela Jayawardene also misread it completely. Chance gone down.
Yes, that's been put away as it should have. The rare loose delivery, short. Well, that can be close, and yes it is. It's given, and he's asked for it. I think I'm still not, it's not clear to us whether it's been given as a catch or it's given as an LBW. But Anil Kumble has asked for the review. In fact, he's also asking the umpire, what have you given me? But it looked like a very close LBW as well if he didn't nick it.
I think it is an appeal for an LBW because it looks pretty close. It looks pretty straight. It was pitched up, so there is a much distance for the ball to cover to the stumps. Hit him almost a full toss. There's no doubt about the no ball. This is clearly way behind the line.
Yeah, that's something. Now it pitches in line. Did he hit it? He didn't hit it. It hit the pad. After the pad, did it take the bat? Anil Kumble feels he hasn't nicked it, that's for sure, because that's why he is hit the pad. Now he is sure that he hasn't. Maybe the bat hit the pad. Now Anil Kumble is obviously certain that he hasn't touched it. Now you've got to see whether the ball would have gone on to hit the stumps. Is it, the impact is inside, so that's good. It's the height is not the problem.
The problem is if he nicked it, there was a catch for sure.
But he hasn't nicked it. That's why he's asked for the review.
There you go. There.
And there's not enough evidence to say that from here did it hit the bat. I'm not sure. It could have, but I'm not sure.
Let's say it's an LBW appeal. What do you suggest from here?
I think it's a long stride, so more than 2 meters is what the ball has to negotiate. It was turning. Now it's up to the umpire. It doesn't appear to have hit the bat. If I was adjudicating, I cannot possibly say that it hit the bat.
Arun, the only thing is it pitched in line, hits in line, and that's all the third umpire can tell the on-field umpire. And if he's telling this, that means the decision is made. He's going to think that's the right decision, so he's going to give it out.
Well, if he's given it as an LBW, then I don't see any reason for him to reverse it. Let's put it that way. He didn't nick it before it hit the pad. And you're right, the umpire can only confirm that it pitched in line, it struck in line. So if the on-field umpire has given it out as an LBW, I think it should stand. But if he's asked for the out as a catch at silly mid-off, then it is inconclusive. So if it's inconclusive, even then your position stands. If the third umpire can say definitely that he didn't hit it, then he will reverse his decision, otherwise his decision stands.
We'll find out in a second. Not sure what exactly the on-field umpire asked the third umpire to check. Is it the impact or the ball hitting the pad or hitting the bat? It's taken a long time.
In either event, the decision will stand. Because I can't see anybody saying that it didn't hit the bat or it hit the bat, so it's inconclusive. Now, I would love to know what the chat is all about. What are the questions being asked and what the answers are?
That's what exactly you asked Mark Benson earlier, isn't it? That you want to know, we want to know exactly what they're talking about. Because it's very difficult to just keep talking on it. There you go, it's given him out.
That's exactly what I was saying, that there is no evidence to suggest either he played it or he didn't play it, and there was nothing to suggest that it was not LBW. So the decision can only be changed once there is incontrovertible evidence against the decision. There wasn't. So Anil Kumble is back. 7 down is India, and we'll have to know what it was given as originally. But for the moment, India sink deeper into trouble. This is, I think, given as LBW, and I don't think that's such a bad decision.
Yeah, by the look of it, it looks that hit him in line, hit him, would have been hitting the stumps also. So Anil Kumble, LBW by Mendes for 170 for 7.
Oh no, it was given as LBW. He's played that fine. He's going to get a few runs. It'll require some retrieving. And it reaches the fence. So he gets a boundary there, Harbhajan.
Wide. Another one. Similar result. Even better shot, I would say.
I think that's out. I think, yes, he's got to go. That's 5 for Murli. 64th occasion. Inside edge onto pad, and Harbhajan Singh has walked. There was no doubts there at all. So India sinking fast. 181 for 8 now.
Around the wicket, when he bowls his dusra, the batsmen intend to go back, and this one he was looking to go backward and then decided that it's not the dusra, I've got to come forward. Big inside edge onto the pad, not a problem. Another wicket down, second of the day, second of the morning. Harbhajan Singh gone for 9, 181 for 8.
Batsman is giving him a lot of strike. He's given him too much strike. It was going to be so difficult against Mendes because of Mendes' pace through the air. Difficult to read which direction he's going. I thought 3 balls and over was going to be too much for Zahir, and it's proved so. Another wicket for Mendes, 3 for him.
Yes, Zahir Khan going on the back foot. That ball pitching on middle stump, skidding through, hits him on the back leg. In line with around midland leg, very close to the stumps. Billy Doctorow says yes, that's out, that's going to hit the stumps. And so Zahir Khan has got to go. He made 5 runs, and India now 188 for 9.
This
is sort of a top spinner that skidded through. And Zahir Khan trying to work it to the leg side. Mendes is absolutely confident, because he was right on the back foot and it would have hit the leg stump. Fair decision. And that brings the number 11, Ishant Sharma, to the middle.
now he will only want to get a single, but this may reach the boundary.
Using the blade, that could be out, that could be close, maybe just hit outside the line of the stumps. We got the review going here. Another one. I have doubts here, Ranjit.
Yes, I think the Sri Lankans feel that it's worth taking a chance on this review, although maybe, and there you are, that's the no ball, that's quite clear. He's always way behind that crease.
He's playing a shot, that's for sure. Maybe it's a little late on the ball, pitched just outside, coming back. His bat is way, he's playing the delivery, so I have a big doubt that the third umpire will suggest that it will hit the stumps. Might not be even hitting the stumps, but the review was available, it's been taken. We've got to wait.
Yes, I think the intention was to play a shot, and I think the umpire really has, the decision was as to whether they did play a shot or not, because the impact was outside off stump in any event. I don't think there's much to review there. Yes, there you are. The decision was that the original decision stood. It is not out. Way it's going. This is the virtual real time as to how it happened. Just missing the stumps. In any event, the impact was outside off stump.
That brings 50. 50 for VVS Laxman. Well played, 50. He had some bad time in the middle, but some of the strokes he played was just classical. He's been a great player for a long time for the Indians. 94 balls he faced for his 50, only 6 boundaries. It's been a tough ask for him playing with the tail-enders.
More importantly, they've scored runs as well, and he's going to get a boundary on this occasion. Ishant Sharma in, and then it turns away. He's bowled him. That is it. 4 wickets for Ajanta Mendes, 4 for 72. VVS Lakshman just bowled by Mendes, and that wraps up the Indian innings as well. All out 223, and this partnership of 35 and 108 balls finally comes to an end. We just have to wait and see what the response is going to be.
Clever bowling from Mendes. He bowled 2 leg breaks earlier in the over, which went past the outside of the bat, but here making Lakshman just leave that little gap for the ball to squeeze through between bat and pad. So after a good innings of 56, VVS Lakshman goes, bowled by Mendes, having faced 118 deliveries and made 56 runs.
Well, now it's left to be seen whether the Sri Lanka then force the follow-on. I believe they will. The start was okay. Gambhir and Sehwag got off to a bit of a start. Both got out playing shots. Dravid was totally beaten and bowled by Mendes. Tendulkar was a little unlucky playing on. Ganguly top edge to sweep 23. Lakshman was the one who held the innings together, or at least the end of the innings together, and was last out after having played 118 balls. Ishant Sharma, 13 not out of 54, so he's done a job as well.
Yes, the spinners did the bulk of the bowling. Chamindavas just the one spell, 5 overs. Kulasekara had a second spell, 11 overs, 1 for 42. He got the first wicket, that of Sehwag. Mendes, a great spell. His debut in Tests, 27.5 overs, 4 for 72. And Muthiah Muralidharan, yet another 5-wicket haul, 29 overs, 5 for 84.
Nice inducker, but he puts it away. Plays it with the movement and hits it wide of mid-on for 4.
Nice shot. Nice balance from Gautam Gambhir. And that's where runs are important as well. Eating into. Question asked. Review requested by Jayawardena. I mentioned yesterday he doesn't like taking them unless he has a degree of certainty in his own mind.
The question is, where did that pitch? Murali is always clear from that front foot. Did it pitch outside leg stump?
No, pitched outside leg, cancelled immediately. Nothing else really, I think, matters from what I can see here, Ranjit. Majority of the ball 50-50. Impact inside. Wow. Well, if the majority of the ball, more than 50% of the ball has to pitch on. And I saw that initial picture, didn't think that the majority of the ball was inside, but Virtual Eye is saying that most of the ball has pitched inside leg stump.
So if the umpire has to consider that, he'll have to rule that out, because if 50% of the ball is pitched inside, then it's deemed to be inside, and the impact has been inside. And again, there was no shot played either. That really didn't matter. So the next question is whether it was going towards stump and whether the bounce was a little too much. Let's look at that. The question is, let's hit him on the front leg first. This is a tough one for the umpire, because he'll have to convey all that information to the man in the middle, and the man in the middle will have to make the decision.
He's changed his decision. He's given him out. And a wicket to Murali on the stroke of lunch. So, as I said, Jayawardena said he would not use his review unless he had a great degree of certainty. He's done so to his team's benefit this time, and he's getting a few pats on the shoulders. That is a huge blow.
So Jayawardene's policy of going for decisions which he feels is more than 50-50 has paid off, and that was inside, as you would see, and going towards middle stump. So I think the review would appear to be a right one, and the umpire Mark Benson very rightly, there you are, that's he's changing his original decision and then rules the batsman out. So big blow for India. Sehwag has to go, and the Sri Lankans have once again made use of the review system to their own advantage. Sehwag disappointed, he goes for 13. India lose their first wicket for 25 on the brink of lunch.
Magnificent. That is a tremendous shot from VVS Laxman. A misfield. Not very good.
You've got to read every delivery. That's been flayed outside the off stump. That's going to reach the fence. Room, and he latched on very, very rapidly. 49 for 1.
On drive, or that's the one. That could be out. That looks out to me. That is plumb. You don't really need to review that. That one spun back and hit him right in front.
What a beauty, Ajantha Mendis, brought in by the captain, and he's obliged him. He's posing all sorts of problems for the Indian batsman. Had Laxman in the first innings also, and there it goes, skids through, goes right between the bat and the leg onto the back pad, and so Laxman has been judged LBW by umpire Mark Benson. He had no doubt about that. Mendis has struck for Sri Lanka. Laxman goes, he's made 21, promoted up the order to number 3, gone for 21, India 53 for 2.
Yes, Laxman misread Mendes completely. That was hitting middle leg. Not much of a problem. Easy decision for the umpires. Similar delivery, similar ball, but this one probably skits and turned a little bit, but skits more than a turn. Did the job. That's 4. That was 4 as it left the bat. Similar delivery, but handled it very nicely by Sachin. He's off the mark with a beautiful boundary.
I don't think he's going to... That's in the air, but it's gone for 4.
Mendis to continue. Pulled away. It was trifle short. Picked that one up well.
Or coming at me without any premonitions.
Did the get hit some bat? Oh, there is a review. Jayawardene has asked for it. And this is going to be interesting. Jayawardene seems to be certain that there was touch. And he's nodding his head. The question is, did he touch it? Hard to tell from there. Not on its way to hit the pad, but did it do it after? Yes, there you are. It would seem that the touch came after it hit the pad. And this might go against Tendulkar. It's a good catch in the end. There's no doubt about that. Let's another look at this.
Yeah, from the previous view from behind, Ranjit, it looked as though it hit the pad and then, it seemed to have hit the bat. Definitely hit the bat on the way to Dilshan. So that would indicate that he should be given out from what we saw. One of the questions asked this morning to Benson is if players nick the ball knowing that there's a review, whether they would walk. Whether that it would cause more batsmen to walk in modern day cricket. And what we can see there, for me, it hit the bat and he's out. There we go. He hit it, it came off the bat. But Tendulkar didn't walk knowing that there could be a review, and there was a review. So that answers that question.
So disappointment for Tendulkar, and Jayawardene once again, his policy of going for the reviews, which he feels are almost certain, has paid off. Another look at the review. There you are, there on the way off the pad. There was definitely bat. I thought it was bat handle, and the Sri Lankans have made use of the advantage. So Tendulkar walks. India 82 for 3.
I think he's gone. That is a terrific stumping and a huge blow. Set Gautam Gambhir is also making the long walk back. Brilliantly bowled again by Muralidharan. Enough turn to really suck him into this shot. Good flight, turn, and you got to go.
Deceived him in the flight. Gambhir goes for 43, 95 for 4. Green in the air for a little while, but will go for 4. In the air for a little while, but picked up the gas. I think he did pick the ball. In the air and out. Gone. Big wicket. Big turn. Edged it. And beautifully taken.
Wicket number 5. Saurav Ganguly now makes the walk back. It didn't look like he's going to last because of Murali had him sewn up from all angles. There was an inside edge on pad that didn't carry to short leg. And take a look at this one. Murali is making this ball talk. Dilshan has taken it. It came quickly, but he's a good athlete to watch out for when you're playing against Murali. 4 to Ganguly, 103 for 5. Don't think he's played that. They've all gone up and it has been referred. It's been reviewed. Now the front on. Nah, he did. No way. No way. Now we got to see from behind on the way after it hits the pad, where does it go? It hits something but not the glove. So that ends the over. It's 103 for 5. This one has got to go. I think he's got the ball to come in. There's another sound there. Are they going to review this one? Well, have they asked for the review? This is the googly. The ball comes in. I think he may have got an inside edge on that one. I get the feeling that may have got an inside edge. A faint one, but it's probably there. Now there's no doubt that it takes the inside edge, but the batsman is hoping that they may not review it. It's a possibility that they don't review that particular decision.
Arun, on this sort of decision, I think every captain will take it, and he's taken it rightly. He's given out. Rahul Dravid goes. Another big wicket.
Rapidly, 103 for 6 at tea.
What a catch. What a catch. 5 wickets, 10 in the match so far for Murali. What a catch by Jayawardene. It ends a miserable match for Dinesh Karthik with the bat and with the gloves.
Yes, it was the Dusra. He didn't read it. Went neither forward nor back. He bowled it from the edge of the crease, angling it towards slip, and then going away further. Went sharp to the left of Jayawardene. He accepts it with glee, and that's the 67th time that Muralidharan and Jayawardene have combined. Karthik goes without scoring. That's played very fine by Anil Kumble. That'll go all the way for 4.
Gets to the boundary.
Pitch. That's it, and Muralitharan has got another one. Anil Kumble trying to draw away and play that shot. I think got a little inside edge, but it's disturbed his stumps, and India have lost another wicket.
Yeah, pressure bowling. It wasn't wide of the off stump and not short enough to play that shot. 20 for 8.
Bowled him. That's another googly. That's the third time we have seen Ajantha Mendes bowl this ball and got the wicket off it.
What great spin bowling this is. She beat him with the leg spin earlier on and then slips the googly in. Just had no clue whatsoever. As you would see, he's been stranded. No great use of the feet at all. And Ajantha Mendes has struck once again. So Zahir Khan departs for 3. India 133 for 9. Him. Bowled him! And Ajantha Mendes has struck once again. The last Indian wicket is down. And Sri Lanka win this test match. Sri Lanka win by an innings and 238 runs. What a victory this has been. So convincing. And not only has it been the batsmen, the Sri Lankan spinners too have come to the fore.
Another excellent delivery. He's looking to hit over the mid-wicket. I think he picked it, but couldn't connect. Spun back a little bit, hit the leg stump, and that's another wicket for the youngster. Goes for 15. India all out for 138.
Gambhir to some extent flourished at the beginning, but rest of the batting looked very tame against the spin twins, Muralitharan and Mendes.
Very disappointing performance. 138 all out. But when you talk about the bowling, on the right hand side, Muralitharan and Ajantha Mendes. Mendes, debutant, got 4 in the first inning and a 4 once again, 18 overs, 4 for 60. And Muralitharan, 6 for 26 in his 13.
Oh, what a convincing victory this has been for Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka 600 for 6 declared. India 223 in the first innings, asked to follow on and then all out for a team 138. Sri Lanka winning by 239 runs, and the architects of the victory, the 300s, and Mendes and